Orange Julius was flying so high over his attack on Venezuela that he started resurrecting his old Greenland fantasy. But unlike Venezuela, which has no powerful allies to speak of, Greenland does have allies. They're called NATO, and they just punched Trump right in the mouth. I'm going to show footage of what NATO leaders just did to embarrass Trump and the United States. So hit that subscribe button to help us continue bringing you the kind of media content and analysis that corporate media keeps buried under the rug. Corporate media likes to shrug off Trump's talk about Greenland, but they are the only ones in the world who do. Trump is dead serious about Greenland ever since he's been told that his billionaire bros want it for its mineral deposits and other natural resources, especially reindeer meat, which Trump has heard can cure stupidity. He raised it on Air Force One just a couple days ago.
I will say this about Greenland. We need Greenland from a national security situation. It's so strategic. Right now, Greenland is covered with Russian and Chinese ships all over the place. We need Greenland from the standpoint of national security. And Denmark is not going to be able to do it, I can tell you.
And his favorite sidekick, the lizard who taught himself to walk upright, Stephen Miller, just had a nutty over it on live TV.
The United States is the power of NATO. For the United States to secure the Arctic region, to protect and defend NATO and NATO interests, obviously Greenland should be part of the United States. And so that's a conversation that we're going to have as a country. That's a process we're going to have as a community of nations.
So you can't take it off the table that the U.S. would use military force to seize Greenland. You can't take it off the table.
Jake, I understand you're trying very hard to, which again, is your job. I respect it. It's great to get exactly the headline, right? That catchy headline.
I'm trying to get an answer to the question.
That says Miller refuses to rule out the United States should have Greenland.
So the repugnant Miller basically just threw down the gauntlet at Europe, basically telling them, we know you won't put boots on the ground to defend Greenland, so we're going to take it because we want it. Not a few European leaders had something to say about that. Naturally, Denmark's prime minister had something to say.
Firstly, I believe that the American president should be taken seriously when he says that he wants Greenland. But I also want to make it clear that if the United States chooses to attack another NATO country militarily, then everything stops. That is including our NATO and thus the security that has been provided since the end of the Second World War.
And so did Germany's prime minister. But individual statements from different heads of states leaves a lot of wiggle room, and Europe wanted to make clear that with crazy Trump in charge, there would be no wiggle room. So the prime ministers of France, Germany, Italy, Poland, Spain, the United Kingdom, and Denmark issued this joint statement. Arctic security remains a key priority for Europe, and it is critical for international and transatlantic security. NATO has made clear that the Arctic region is a priority and European allies are stepping up. We and many other allies have increased our presence, activities, and investments to keep the Arctic safe and to deter adversaries. The Kingdom of Denmark, including Greenland, is part of NATO. Security in the Arctic must therefore be achieved collectively, in conjunction with NATO allies, including the United States, by upholding the principles of the UN Charter, including sovereignty, territorial integrity, and the inviolability of borders. These are universal principles, and we will not stop defending them. The United States is an essential partner in this endeavor, as a NATO ally and through the defense agreement between the Kingdom of Denmark and the United States of 1951. Greenland belongs to its people. It is for Denmark and Greenland and them only to decide on matters concerning Denmark and Greenland. So that's not explicitly a promise to put boots on the ground, but it is certainly a warning and a last chance for the U.S. to stop being insane. It was then up to Mark Carney to ensure that it wasn't just Europe that was speaking, but NATO. So before heading to Europe to discuss Ukraine, Carney issued this statement. Canada and Denmark are allies and partners in our shared responsibility for the security and resilience of the Arctic. As I reaffirmed to PM Frederickson today, Canada will always support the sovereignty and territorial integrity of Denmark, including Greenland. Together, we'll keep working to secure peace in Ukraine and across Europe. Now that's as close as you can get to promising boots on the ground if Mango Mussolini tries to take Greenland with troops. There's one unpredictable factor in all of this. Trump is Putin's puppet, as we all know. And we also know there's nothing Putin wants more than to break up NATO so that he can go marching across the European continent. He and Trump are both betting that the Canadians, the British, and the Germans do not actually want to fire at American troops. Trump always talks about World War III. Now it looks like he's ready to deliver. It's time for Democrats to make clear that it will be instant impeachment the minute troops land on the ground in Greenland. They need to say it, and they need to say it now. And we need to flood the phone lines until they do. I'm Anthony Vincent Gallo for Occupy Democrats. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. You'll not only help out our channel, you'll be taking concrete action and helping get rid of Trump and the MAGA movement who ushered him in.